Hey guys, my name is Nitehook and this is a guide on how to aim better in Fortnite. So to help you with your aim, I'm going to give you 5 tips to get better aim. We all know practice makes perfect and aim is no different, but simply sitting in an aim trainer the entire day is simply not going to make you hit all your shots. Because if it did, the entire population of the game would be doing the same. Instead, there are some things you can do to improve your aim bit by bit, and slowly you can improve it in a significant proportion. And these tips include an altered aim routine and taking a different approach to aiming. With that being said, let's get started. So tip number 1 is to find your perfect sensitivity. Every sensitivity, low or high, has its own advantages and its disadvantages. It's up to you on how you decide on which one to pick. Now normally there's 2 methods. One that I personally used to find my own sense and one that is the norm in competitive Fortnite. Before you do any of these, it is very important that you not have warmed up at all. The first one is known as the Psa Method and a lot of players have used this to find their perfect sensitivity. Now I'm not going to go into a lot of detail explaining this method as others before me have explained this well before. I recommend watching Itstarian's video on the topic to familiarize yourself with this and use this method to find your perfect sense. The second one, on the other hand, is a method people have been using since the beginning of gaming, which is to adjust the scroller to a random setting and playing around with it and seeing if it works and feels right or not. Considering how lackluster pubs are nowadays, you need something that allows you to test this fast and easily, which is why I recommend this method. For this, you'll need a friend to hop into creative with you, VF Creator's aim arena map or any other aim arena that you personally like, and a lot of patience. Now to do this, hop into a lobby with a friend and load up the aim arena. Then adjust your sense to a point you think is good for you. Hop into the aim arena and duel it out with your friend with a weapon of your choice. Once you do that and the next round starts, change your sense, seeing whether you like it high or low. Change it accordingly. If you have a lot of time, change it in multiples of 0.5%, but if you are limited on time, change it on factors of either 1% or 2%. Again, before you do this, it is very important that you not have warmed up at all. Now, the second tip of the series will be to play without your crosshair. This is going to be very frustrating in the beginning for some of you guys, but it will help you out in the end. Go into your settings and turn off your crosshair and play some box fights or build battles with your friends. I guarantee you, if you do this every day, you'll see that you'll be able to microflick more consistently. Microflicking is often used in shotgun aim, and being able to hit more shots with your shotgun will not only win you more fights but more games too. Turning off your crosshair allows you to aim more reliably as it forces you to build muscle memory and imprints the center of the screen to your brain so you can hit your shots in tense situations where there's a lot of visual clutter and you're not able to really see what is going on. Now tip number 3 is to actually look where your opponent is going to edit or appear from. Now I've scoured the YouTube rabbit hole to find a lot of young and upcoming YouTubers that make montages with their favorite songs in the back and put their best skills in them. And with them I've noticed a huge problem, that is they never aim where the opponent is going to peek or edit from. This is known as pre-aiming, and when combined with the right aim and timing can be turned into pre-firing, but that in itself is very rare and is tough to do consistently against good players. I'll show you an on-screen example of what I mean and how I pre-aim well and manage to hit shots even when there's a lot of visual clutter in the game. Okay, so in this video I'll be talking about how you can crosshair place better. So like as I'm trying to take his wall, right, I'm repositioning my crosshair back at him. You'll notice that my crosshair never goes here, it always stays on him through the wall, so just in case if he was to take a shot, I could just flick back onto his head real quick. Now I'm gonna try and take his thing, okay? Yeah. So this is the first part, so always keep your crosshair and track your enemy through the wall. So like right here I switch it up a bit and I come to this side. Right, so he's holding this side and he's kind of strafing a bit. So if he opens the edit, I can just shoot at him. Right? So like right now I know he's at the back of it, so I'm gonna try and phase into his thing real quick. And I'm right here and I can hit him. So that's about it, folks. Alright, so right now my friend is cranked up and I can see from like kind of shadows that he's gonna peek from either here or here. So I'm gonna place my crosshair in the center over here. So just not over here, not over here, not down here, just over there. So just in case if he peeks now, I can shoot him on the head. So peek dude, yeah, so right there. And that's 65 damage. Yeah. Tip number 4 is to regularly warm up your aim with both aim arena and aim training maps. Now I've already made a video on this topic and it's my previous video where I go a lot into depth regarding aim and I explain what exercises you should do, particularly to see which exercises will help you in certain areas of your aim. Now if you can click on that video and go there, you can watch that part. There's timestamps in the description and you can check that video out. Doing this warms up your aim muscles and enables you to use the other tips to improve your aim much faster than if you were just playing with cold hands. Tip number 5 is to switch up your weapons. If you always use the pump in game, try switching to the attack. If your tracking is already great, try carrying an SMG. You have to play to your strengths. Maybe the pump just isn't for you. There's nothing wrong with carrying a blue tack over the purple pump if it means you do more damage. Because at the end of the day, a 70 damage shot is more worth than no damage from a pump. Tip number 6 is to play the game on a more consistent basis. This is kind of basic, but the more you play, the more you get better at the game. If you only play at 2 hours a week, you can't really expect to have pro level aim because that is simply never going to happen. You need to put in more time and effort to play the game if you really want to improve and get good aim. And that's all folks, that's all I'll be talking about today. If you did enjoy the content, leave a like and drop a sub, and I will see you guys next time. Later.
Here, I forget my thoughts now. Steering, and I forget the thoughts now.